I was a freshman at Princeton University, class of 1980. You know, each incoming class has a uniqueness. My class's uniqueness to me was quite obvious. It's a little math trick my dad taught me. He would pick me up from my mom's and take me 6 or 7 blocks to 168th Street and say,
"Your mother is a very crazy person."
"I know.
My son, let's do some math. Let's add 2 numbers at random. How about 1848 and 1917?
Okay, 1848 plus 1917. 3,265. It was with tricks like this that I was able to blow away my competition. In 2nd grade math class, taught by Mr. Kavanaugh. A very, patriotic guy.
Pay attention, pay attention. Today we're going to be learning some addition. Let's add 2 numbers at random. How about, I don't know, 1776 and 1492. God bless America. Now who'd like to add these numbers together? Mr. Kornbluth.
Okay, 1776 plus 1492. 3,268.
Oh, Mr. Kornbluth, you disgust me. You think you're better than everyone else. Oh, what I'd give to be there that fine day when you hit the wall.
Hit the wall, Dad. What is hitting the wall? Mr. Kavanaugh said,
I said, you're asking about hitting the wall? It's a term for something that happens to some people in math, but it will not happen to you, my son, no. You will go on to be the greatest mathematician who has ever lived.
The greatest mathematician who has ever lived. In school, my favorite subject was always math. I just can't get enough math. Recently, I've foregone meals, hanging out with friends, even bathing, just to get my hands on more math. I mean, just last week, I stole my grandma's DVD player and sold it for math. Sometimes I lay awake at night peeling up the floorboards in need for math. I think I'm turning into a math head. I guess what I'm trying to say is, I like math. The Mathematics of Change by Josh Kornbluth. I filed early admissions at Princeton. The only thing I wrote on my application was, I want to do math. And I was accepted. I went into the office of the one administrator on campus who is known for dealing with student-related issues, Mr. Pablo Lucci. How, Josh, is it? Oh, come right in. Don't say a word. I already know everything there is to know about you. I chose your application as my favorite. In fact, I keep it right here in my drawer. Yes, you want to do math. Aha. Well, before you can do that, Josh, you're going to have to do the things that all of our incoming freshmen have to do. You're going to have to get a job on campus, which will likely make you some money. Then you're going to have to buy your textbook, which will likely cost you some money. And then you're going to have to take our swimming test, which will likely cost you your life. Your life. I'd like to start with getting a job. Preferably in the math department. No, Josh. We have no jobs available for a research assistant in math. I mean, what are you going to do? Multiply for them? No, we have one job availability in biology. Ugh, biology. So I made my way down to the biology building. Awaiting me was my new boss, Professor Schmertz. Yay! Josh, is it? I'm about to explain to you what your duties for me shall entail. Essentially, I want you to give very bad diseases to mice. In fact, I have a syringe of cancer right here. And a mouse
Right here. All you have to do is just squirt a little bit of cancer right under the skin here. Take the next mouse, and so on.
So I took my syringe of cancer and made my way down the hallway until I found the mouse room.
You're going to give us cancer, aren't you?
No, Mr. Mouse.
Then what's with the C on the syringe?
C's for cold. And believe me, you'll never catch cold again. Why don't I start with you, Mr. Talkative Mouse Guy?
No.
Back here. Yeah, gotcha. I just injected myself with cancer.
I just injected myself with cancer.
I made my way to see Professor Schmertz.
I just injected myself with cancer. No. You see, that syringe I gave you was full of mouse cancer. It can only affect mice. Look, I have a syringe of mouse cancer right here. Look, I'm injecting myself with mouse cancer. But is anything happening? No.
So, I made enough money to buy a textbook, and I started class the next day. And Math 101. Taught by a TA.
Ugh. Welcome to Math 101, the very bottom of the math curriculum. What I'm about to write on the board is about to be both trivial and obvious. Let's see here. Math equals 1. It's that simple.
But I didn't see how it was that simple. Gosh, had I finally hit the wall? No, I couldn't have. To get my mind off things, I just dove into my work. I memorized each and every equation in the book until it finally came time for the midterm final. And I threw it all up on the test. And
welcome! This graph is a representation of all of your grades on our midterm final. Some of you are way up here at the top. Some of you somewhere in the middle. And then some of you are way down here. Actually, just one of you, Mr. Kornbluth. You are that point of 58. And now, Mr. Kornbluth, this is the very bottom of the math curriculum. You, my friend, have hit the wall.
I have hit the wall. I stink. It was pretty easy for me to slip back into the pool house. I climbed to the top of the diving board. I looked out over the edge, took a few steps back, a few steps forward, jumped and splashed into the water. It was then when I realized I can't swim. And yet I'm floating. You know, there's this function in math. It's called the identity function of x. X goes into the machine, but instead of coming out as y, it comes out as x, as itself. You know, I had no idea how I was going to get back over to that pool wall, but for now, I was content to let the water carry me. Thank you.